We've been working on a project to provide connectivity to every school in the world. And we just met with our head of office in UNICEF Kazakhstan and the Prime Minister to discuss the opportunity of using Kazakhstan as a hub for financing this connectivity. Tomorrow, at the Digital Almaty conference, we'll be meeting with private sector colleagues and other parts of the UN, as well as the government, to discuss how we can take a question, which is how do you connect every school in the country to the right options in education and scale it out to the whole region. One of the things that we know is that the question of how do you finance connectivity is key. We know that there's some schools that are so far away that you have to pay a lot more to get them connected to the internet. And so what we plan to do is spend the next few months working with experts in project finance to create a stack, a layer of financing that both uses public money to connect some of the most disconnected schools, but also looks at using other types of financing to create economic models for investment in infrastructure. We think this will work not only in Kazakhstan and in the nearby countries, but also in other regions. And so this is part of a global project to connect every school in the world and create sustainable finance models around them. Yeah, I think that globally, everywhere in the world, we have a huge problem, which is that if you're connected, if you're a young person who's connected, you have access to opportunity and choice. If you're a young person who does not have connectivity, you're left out of not only your education, but the ability to have a good job, to be an investable entrepreneur, and so on. And so what we see in Kazakhstan and everywhere else in the world is that this divide is growing. And we believe UNICEF and governments like Kazakhstan's can fundamentally help us to bring that divide closer together and make sure that even kids who are disconnected from many other services have access to the same opportunity and choice as more well-connected children in other places. In Kazakhstan, you have the best connectivity in the region. It's something like 80% of people are connected. But it's those 20% that don't have access to financial services or education in their own language or in something that really makes sense to them, that we as UNICEF want to make sure are included in an economy and included in the possibility for growth.